2017 Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. 8 rounds are in the books, but the party never stops right here at MGM Grand, the home of the champions, with J.J. Harrison, the host of the Gold Buckle Zone each and every night, man. It is a party down there.
We have had a ball, what's funny is I'm not a drinker, but I love the party. And so this is the perfect situation for me because I get to kind of host the thing and make sure that people are having a good time. And when you come to Las Vegas, you come to have a good time. That's a given. But when you bring the rodeo to Las Vegas, you come to be entertained and add that good time element with it. And I think we just have hit a home run at the MGM Grand this year. Our party in the last couple of years has been in the convention center, down our MGM Convention Center, and it's a huge room, and people got spread out pretty thin, and we had good numbers, but it just felt different. And now we've got that Vegas party feel, and we've captured the essence of what I think people are looking for when they think of Las Vegas and party. And our band has been double wide. They've been on the stage for 8 nights now, and the lead guitar player is a spitting image of Ted Nugent in his youth.
Yep. Mick Jagger's up there.
The lead singer looks like Steven Tyler.
Yep.
And of course Mick Jagger. Joe is our bass player. Just spitting image of Mick Jagger, and it's funny because they can play from country music to the Bee Gees to they even do Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
So they just are a great band, and they're keeping it going. And come about 12:15, here comes DJ Silver. And this cat, if you've never heard him, I'll be honest, and I think a lot of cowboys probably are the same way. When you think of a DJ, you think of a guy at a school dance,
yep,
with a bunch of CDs and stuff. A really good DJ can blow the roof off a building, from the way that they can mix songs in, overlap them, play them, run them back, rewind, remix, all this fun stuff that when you're sitting there listening to it, you just, auditorily, you just love it. You just like it. Oh, I know this song. You'll sing along, and then about the time you get bored with it, he's on to a different song. So it's really a great party, and I think they shut it down about 3:30 last night. You were there, you'd know.
I was there. But let's talk about DJ Silver. You mentioned him, and what a lot of people might not know is if you go to a country concert anywhere across the country, a lot of these artists will bring DJ Silver with them. The last time I saw him was in Wisconsin when he was working with Brad Paisley.
Right.
And like you said, what a great artist, what a great group. But when we get back to the band, you talk about the guys, but you're leaving a couple people out.
I know, Christina and Hetland.
It's
to
it's
him.
the guy's perspective. All right, a drop dead gorgeous girl playing a fiddle.
Yeah,
you
Christina.
can't beat that.
Yeah,
and
getting married in 3 months too.
Well, you're not supposed to say that.
Well, she don't care.
All right, and then the blonde bombshell that has got some vocal cords on her.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Hetland is awesome too, and you're exactly right. It's Vegas, and every day it's kind of like what's Hetland gonna wear situation, because it just gets less and less and less. And here's how you know when you've gotten old. Okay, I consider myself, I'm 42 years old now, and I consider myself, I've crossed over. You're old when instead of going, dang girl, you're doing this. Man, you need to put some clothes on. You need to put more clothes on. That's how you know when you've turned the corner. You've turned the corner. I don't want to be your dad here, but I will. But no, it's been a great band, great party. Moved it up to, if you come to the MGM at any other time of the year, it's Centrifuge Bar. Now it's we call it the Crown Royal Lounge. And the thing about the MGM is it's all about hospitality. And I think that this is my 5th year of working with them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I've had some opportunities to maybe do some other things during the NFR time period, and aside from working the rodeo, which I really want to do one more time in my career, I don't see myself ever leaving the MGM. I want to be branded as Mr. MGM. I really like that, and I think it's important to have a host. It's important to have a tip of the sword guy, whether it's a guest that's got a problem, an issue with something, you know, I mean, I've put out little fires
Yep.
that our security doesn't have to deal with, that our general managers don't have to deal with, you know. So I think when you're the tip of the sword, that you're obviously, they can see you, they can hear you. So if they've got a situation or something's bothering somebody at a party, they'll come find you.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, hey, can you do this? You know, some of it's, you know, ridiculous. Can he play this song? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ask them. They're right there, you know. But it's been a great party. And, you know, I'm really honored to get to go to Kissimmee for the second year in a row. And I mean, that's a big deal to me, and I love that. But I'm really glad that the National Finals Rodeo stayed in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And I think, you know, from Strassman, love him, hate him, whatever, I know he was a massive part of that deal. And I personally have always just really appreciated his work and what he's done for us. And, you know, I think our next guy in line has got some big shoes to fill.
Do we know who that is yet? There's been rumors, but I have not heard anything.
You know,
100% for sure.
We're down to 3 names, and I'm not even going to quote the 2 of the 3 that I've heard, because I could be wrong, and you know, it'd be like calling a clown by the wrong name, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, whoever it is, I hope that we have vetted him properly. I hope that we have done everything, our due diligence, in finding somebody that can really speak for our association, not just advocate for a few people in it. Mm-hmm. You know, I want somebody that can not only support what Trevor Brazile and Luke Branquino and Casey Fields and Stephen Peebles and all these rodeo stars, and they are stars, mm-hmm. but they're also going to support the Nick Gutzweiler, who's an incredible bareback rider, but doesn't have that name power yet. So we've got to find a guy that's going to be just as influential and powerful to support our stars and help that next generation, mm-hmm. that next group come up, you know. Mm-hmm. And not that Nick needs a lot of help. He's really good. But it is one of those things where I feel like that job is one of those that you need an across-the-board type of person. And they're out there. Somebody's out there that could take the reins of the PRCA and lead us into the next century.
Yeah. I know you got to get going, but let's talk about one thing, because you never know when JJ's on stage and the band's on break what is going to happen. You give away Jabberwocky tickets, you give away Brad Garrett's Comedy Club tickets, you do everything. You walk around with a merce and give it away.
Yeah. I got a lot of stuff.
But let's talk, because not a lot of places around town will you get, of course, MGM Grand is the home of the champions. You bring up the superstars up on stage, and they get to hang out with the crowd. There's not another professional sport that allows you as fans the access to these guys. They stay around and drink. Last night, Hunter Cure was sitting at my table at the viewing party with me, because, you know, we were in it. And then last night you brought up Tough Cooper, and he was
tough, and Trevor
was dancing, and, you know, Trevor, and then the night, I mean, Luke Branquino has been out there, Brittany, you know,
Brittany Posey. You know, we've got a Go Buckle team, and that's awesome that we get them up. But you know, last night I brought up all the BFO freestyle guys. If I see somebody in the crowd, and that's what I think one of the things that the MGM appreciates about me is that, you know, I'm in this field. This is my life. Mm-hmm. And so I know these stars that are kind of hidden around. And so, you know, the big public ones, obviously Trevor Brazile, winningest cowboy of all time. Tough Cooper, you know, the next generation of greatness. And then Luke Branquino, 5-time world champ. Hunter Cure, you know, Brittany Posey, all these big names. But then I want to introduce the crowd and the people to other events and other people and other things that are going on. So that's kind of important for me to catch people and go up. And then, you know, it's fun to have that big, as you call it, a merce full of stuff that I can give away. You know, and it's not like I go down and buy Jabberwocky tickets. The MGM supplies all that. Jabberwockies do donate it, give it to us. And the shows here are amazing. And from Caw, I do some Caw tickets. And like I said, Brad Garrett. But it's not Brad Garrett. It's Cowboy Bill.
Cowboy Bill. And he is hilarious.
Funny. Yeah, he is a funny dude and just a good guy. We went, Wednesday, we took off, and it's his deal. And we went to the Children's Hospital.
The cowboy hats for the cancer kids.
Yeah, we gave out 78 cowboy hats. You know, I mean, it was just, I'm a former school teacher. I'm all about kids. I really just take pride in that. But, you know, man, we live a blessed life. If you're healthy watching this, you need to thank somebody, because these kids, I don't know why God does that, puts an illness in a child, but, you know, there's far more blessings than downfalls when you think of it that way. But still, it's just, you know, people always are like, oh, it's so great you do that. And I put a picture on social media, Instagram, I mean, JJ.Harrison12. Follow me on that if you wouldn't mind. I put this picture of me with this little kid named Dennis and another buddy of mine. And, you know, it was funny because I got all these, you know, compliment things about how great it is that I did that and how meaningful. And that means a lot. I do appreciate those comments. But it's so the other way around. Mm-hmm. It really is, man. Yep. Like, I just, you know, that day, it sticks in my mind. I'll never forget Dennis. I'll never forget that kid. You know, I had him wearing my buckle, and you know, just the joy that he had, and you know, all those kids that we saw. It was, you look at these little kids who are fighting stuff, and you go home and you think, I'm fighting a water line that keeps breaking, and I'm bitching and moaning about it, you know, and then you think, here's this kid fighting for his life, who he just was born. He just was born, and now he has to fight to stay alive, and it really puts it into perspective. And I think our sport, and I think what you were getting at the beginning of this, that I took you way off base.
That's all right. That's all right.
Was that our sport gives back probably more than any other. We are the contestants. Our biggest stars will still walk right through the middle of a crowd, and you know, I think we're not on TV as much. We're not as prevalent on TV, and that probably takes our stardom and it you know, makes it so that we have the ability to walk into a crowd and not be mobbed. You know, I'm sure LeBron James or you know, Peyton Manning or any of the stars in different sports, it is a little different. But I just feel like the rodeo athlete gets it. We get it. We are a grassroots sport. We're a grassroots organization, and we understand that our fan base is what drives us. It's what keeps us alive. It's people going to watch us at the live show, because our sponsors, first of all, would not put a billboard up if nobody's there. Mm-hmm. So we've got to have a fan base. That's where it all starts. And I like that predominantly all of our athletes and contract personnel get that. We understand. So we'll do autographs. We just came from the MGM lobby. Yep. You know, from 10 to 11:30. You can hear my voice. It's already kind of cracking, and I probably shouldn't be talking so much, but I just sat there and spoke to every single person that came through. I wanted to know about them, and I think that's what our sport really brings to the table.
Yeah. 2 nights left.
Oh, giddy up.
Hit the gold button.
Not just 2 nights, a Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah. What can we expect?
Pandemonium would probably be the best way to describe it. Like, you know, last year down in the convention hall, our Tuesday was our lowest day, and we had a huge room, a huge facility. This year we doubled it, and we've got a quarter the size on our Tuesday. Yeah. You know, so who knows? Last night was off the hook. Friday, Saturday night, it's going to be Las Vegas on steroids.
I might have to stay up a little late.
you might need to take a nap now, because you've been up on the stage. Now, don't think he hasn't. He's been up on the stage.
No, come on.
That's what you need a video of, is that. He was on the stage.
Hey, speaking of being on stage, we're going to give away a cool thing tonight.
Yes, we are. Yeah, yes, we are, your friends.
I've got a great sponsor, Diamond D Art, and they do custom hand-painted feathers, and we're going to give JJ one, and we're also going to give away one tonight, and probably one tomorrow night if you want to, up on stage. Cool. One of the great fans here in Las Vegas. So.
It's a pretty neat deal, and I've noticed everything is trendy, you know, from square-toe boots to our belts, to the initials on your belt. There's lots of things that are kind of trendy and come and go in rodeo, and the feather went away for a while. It really did, and I've always been the dork that had a feather in my hat. You know, since I was a little kid, my grandpa did, and so I did, and that's just the way it was. Yep. So I'm really happy to see this new trend coming back, because I'm now cool again, you know, but. That's my cell phone.
That's
Sorry
right.
about that. But We'll shut that thing up, and it's my girl. But
Your what?
my girl.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm taking, ladies. Yeah, I know you're so worried about it, but I am, man. I am so in love right now. I'm flipped upside down. Twitter paid it, I think, is the word.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and it sucks because she can't be here in Vegas with me. But
yeah, my wife is stuck home too, taking care of the babies.
I know it. But I tell you what, when you're in love, it doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't change anything. You love them. But we're gonna do some feathers tonight, and man, his art is amazing. I've got a lady that painted me on a couple of feathers. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really neat, and then I saw some people walk around with his art, and it's talented.
Oh, absolutely.
Very talented, and it's cool, and bronc riders, and if you get a picture, he can paint your picture on the feather.
Absolutely, he can do any custom painting and all. It's a great.
And what'd you say? You only charges like $200 or less?
Like $175, $200, something like that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I don't even. Get one. Get one now, because I guarantee you this trend is blowing up, and pretty soon he's going to be charging $500 a feather.
Absolutely. JJ Harrison, how can we follow you on social media?
I appreciate that. I've got a like page, JJ Harrison, Rodeo Clown. I usually find it. I think it's a picture of me in a barrel getting hit by a bull. Yay for me. But my Instagram is kind of the new thing I'm trying, and it's just JJ Harrison 12. And I'm trying to kind of keep up to date with pictures and fun stuff, and hashtag JJ Adventures, and just see where life takes us.
Life takes us to the Gold Buckle Zone the next 2 nights right here at the home of the champions, MGM Grand. Come see us immediately following the viewing party and the end of round number 9 of the 2017 Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. Jason Hetland here with the man, JJ Harrison. Home of the champions, MGM Grand. Night number 9 is about to begin.